Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day, man. Another beautiful day, right? So today is Tuesday, May 20th, 8:08 in the morning. About to get in this little workout before I go to work. You already know. It's the usual, bro. For me, it's the usual, right? Push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, right? Nothing crazy, right? And now I'm going to explain to you, right? Because like I said, right? Like I always keep saying, right? Bro, the problems that we have in our life, we create those problems, right? I'm gonna explain to you, right? So now, first things first, right? I'm gonna get a little push up in. I might just do a couple burpees first, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, right? Just to get the just to get the blood flowing a little bit. So like I said, right? It gets to the point in your life, or at least in my life, where all this blaming, it gets to a point where it's like, at least me, I got fed up, I got fed up with blaming this person, blaming that person, and it got to the point where it's like, you got to start taking accountability, right, for your actions. So let me get some pull-ups in, then I'll continue. Seven clean little pull-ups. So for example, right? This is just an example, right? You got to understand that the thoughts that you create, the thoughts that are being created in your mind are, how can I say it, right? The thoughts that are being created in your mind, right, is what sets from those thoughts. Then it becomes an action, right? You put motion behind the thought that you just created in your head, right? So for example, right? Like I said, these are just examples, right? It goes from something as simple as, you know what? It's Sunday, Saturday, Friday. It don't even matter, right? It's my day off or whatever. All my stuff has been taken care of. I get some me time, right? Or whatever. From there, what do you decide to do, right? Like I said, I don't knock nobody for whatever it is they do. These are just examples. And the only reason I say these things, right, is because I've been there. I got a booger? Nah. I've been there, right? So from there it goes, oh, you know what? All my stuff is taken care of, I got some spare time, or whatever, right? So then what do you decide to do? You know what? You know what? It's cool. It's Sunday or whatever, man. Let me go grab a drink. Let me go get a beer or something, right? Hold on, man. So from there, it goes to, maybe go grab a beer, you know? Whatever. You go to the store. Because see, like I said, right, it was just a thought. And now from that thought, now you start putting motion. And not only motion, you put words. Words and motion becomes, not all the time, right? But words and motion become like, from there you put emotion into it. You know what I mean? Now, whatever. You go on about your day. You go on about your business. And as the day goes on, right? As the day goes on, maybe then you're like, whatever, a few hours later pass. Now you're out of beer or alcohol or whatever. So now from there, you're like, you know what? From that thought that you created from earlier on, from a few hours earlier that day that you created, bro. Now you're at a certain point of that day, of that event, where now it's like, okay, bro, I don't have no more beer. Let me go get some more beer. You know, we all been there, right? At that place where we're like, oh man, no, I'm good, this and that. But you just don't understand, right? You don't understand, right? Between just life, your emotions, you know, the mental, the tiredness of your mind, of just being overwhelmed, right? Just in general of your life, right? So from there, you choose to get in the car and go out and go get some more beer, right? And now don't get me wrong, right? It don't always go like that, right? Then you start having these little side missions. Oh, let me go over here, let me go over there. You start feeling yourself, you know what I'm saying? And from there, you know, you don't know where the day could lead you. Or not only the day, you know, just your choices, your actions, your decisions. You don't know where those could lead you. So now let's just say you get pulled over. DUI, right? Boom. Now you gotta, or you crash. Bro, your actions, for every action, there is a reaction, right? Whether good or bad. Now let's not always stay just on the bad, right? But you gotta understand that in life, one bad decision leads to another, bro. It's just like a domino effect, right? And now don't get me wrong, right? Maybe the way that I told the story, or not necessarily the story, maybe the way of the events that I just said, right? Like I said, right? I don't know what it is, bro. I feel like this mental fogginess, right? This mental fogginess, like this, like I feel unbalanced, right? I feel unbalanced, right? And now don't get me wrong, right? That just has to do with me, right? Because of the choices and the actions and the decisions that I decided to do. And this is what I'm telling you about setting yourself up today for the next day for you to win, right? You just have to be careful, right? But everything, bro, starts with you. It starts with yourself, bro. It starts with the action, the decision that you decided to make, right? So let me just get back down here, man. I kind of went everywhere with it. I kind of went everywhere with it, right? And it's cool, man. It's cool, right? Because right now, like I said, right? I got this fogginess, right? I got this fogginess, right? And I do want to say a couple things, right? Bro, it's okay, bro. It's okay, bro. It's okay, bro, because we all been there, right? We all been there, right? On backsliding. And we all been there in the sense where, like, we want better for our life. But like I said, right, it gets to a point, right, where you got to stop blaming people. And it gets to the point, right, when you start being accountable for your actions, right, and when you start blaming yourself for what is going on in your life, bro, that's like a sign right there. That's a sign of just like, bro, it's time. I'm not telling nobody what to do or how to live their life, right? But it gets to a point, right, where, because I used to hear it a lot, bro, Caesar, when are you gonna mature, bro? Mature, bro. And you gotta mature, bro, into the person that you wanna become. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I always tell you, bro, there's the past, the present, and then the future, right? Past, present, and future. You're in the middle. Are you gonna go back? Or are you gonna go forward? Now it's I'm gonna just tell you right now, it's always easier going back than it is going forward. For sure. That's a fact. It is. It is. It's easier for you to just, bro, it's easier for you to do the wrong thing than it is for you to do the right thing. And I know for a fact, bro, I'm not the only one that goes through this. Bro, it's easier for you to fall into temptation than for you to be disciplined and not participate in the things that are destroying you and holding you down in your life. You know what I mean? Bro, it's easier for me to crack a beer open and to indulge in things that I know that have taken a toll on my life. And not only that, like I said, not only that, these are just examples. There's a lot of things, right? Than it is to restrain and have that discipline into not indulging in the things, bro, of this world, bro. Because you gotta pay attention, bro. These things, bro, don't make you feel good for no reason, right? Now, just because something feels good, it don't mean it's good for you. Look at the food. The food tastes good, but that very same food that tastes good that you keep putting into your body over and over and over, it's the cause of your diabetes. It's the cause of your high cholesterol. It's the cause of your high blood pressure. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not, bro. I'm not perfect, bro. I make mistakes, bro. Just like everybody else, right? But it's getting to the point, too, as well, bro, where it's like, bro, the same mistake over and over and over and over and over. Bro, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results, bro, that is just crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Get on these push-ups. Trust me, I've been there. I've been there. There's times where, like I said, right? Bruh, there's times where I had just, and this is the thing, what I'm telling you, right? I had just got out of, it's like when you just get out of a situation, bruh, just for you to find yourself into another one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, right? Then it gets to the point of who you gonna blame? Who are you gonna blame now? Who are you gonna blame now? Because it gets to the point where it gets to the point where being around certain places, being around certain things, certain people, bro, it gets to a point where it's like, if you don't have your mind in order, it gets to the point where you tend to use that as an excuse. So now you're going around blaming the next person. Oh, it's because I'm hanging out with this person. Nah, bro. Bro, what are you doing wrong, bro? Because at the end of the day, bro, can't nobody, like I said, right? Can't nobody drink the beer for you. Can't nobody get intoxicated with these substances for you but you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, responsibilities, bro. Have you some responsibilities, bro. Bro, stop putting your responsibilities to the side, right? And choosing, bro. Because like I said, bro, I've been there, right? I know what these things do to me, right? But I choose to participate in the very same things that are affecting me, that are hurting me, that are literally stripping life away from me. And like, not to say this or that, right? Because like I said, nobody's perfect, and I'm also too, bruh. Weakness. Work on your weaknesses and make those weaknesses your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Practice discipline, bruh. Practice discipline. These things, bruh, can't nobody practice, can't nobody do for you but you. Bruh, I don't know what the next person needs or wants for their life, bruh. And I get it, right? But it gets to the point, right, where you can't worry about the next person, right? Especially if you have kids, bruh. If you got kids, bruh. Now, I'm not trying to knock nobody, bruh. Because I'm not perfect, right? But I'm just saying, would you want your kids to go through the same pain and suffering that you went through? You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Everybody's gonna grow up, bro. Eventually, you know what I mean? I'm talking for the young. You know, everybody's gonna grow up, bro. And everybody's gonna do what they choose to do, you know, in life. It's just, it is what it is, right? It is what it is, you know? And I get it, right? That's what makes the world go around, right? But you have to find something to live for. You know what I mean? Bro, your life is much greater, bro, than going to work, bro, clocking in, bro, and then turning around, bro, and then you just gonna rot. Although, don't get me wrong, they have a sure way of, at least me, making me feel that way. Making me feel like, bro, I'ma just go in here, clock in, clock out for the rest of my life, bro, and then that's it. It's over with. Nah, man. Find you a purpose, bro. Find you something worth living for, bro. But it's a mental, there's this mental warfare that's going on out here, bro. Because it ain't how it used to be, bro. Like, you go to war and then like, it ain't that no more, bro. It's a mental war now that's going on out here, bro. That if you're not strong enough, bro, and like I said, right, I'm not perfect, right? And I know I'm weak. But it's up to me to work on those weaknesses. I know I'm weak, bro. I know I'm weak. I know what areas in my life I need to work on and get strong at. But that's where it all starts. Acknowledging where you're weak at. Acknowledging when you're wrong. Everybody's different, bro. We all want different things out of life, bro. I get it. I understand, right? But yeah, man. It's trial and error, bro. Every single day, bro. Every single day, bro. Like I said, right? If you work on, or if you work in the direction of what it is that you want in life, just a little baby step a day, right? Bro, those baby steps, bro, they're gonna add up, bro. Boom, 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 boom. Now you could either, like I said, right? There's the old you, the present, and the future you. Where are you gonna, you can't, bro, you can't stay stuck in the middle. There's only two ways you can go, right? This is you. This is the future you. This is the old you. And this is you. I get it, right? There's times where I'm going this way to the future me in order to meet a hindrance or a roadblock, do something or that I chose to do that's gonna take me back. Wow, 15 steps back, right? But then I'm coming back, bro. I'm coming back. Bro, what do you want for your life, bro? This is that simple. Bro, aren't you tired, bro? At least me, right? This is what I ask myself all the time, right? Like, aren't you tired, bro, of the pain, of the suffering, bro, that you have went through, bro? And not only that, bro, that you continue to put yourself through. And now you have a son. Now you have a family, bro. And now it's not just you, right? It's not just you, bro. The pain and the harm that you're inflicting on yourself will spill over to the people that love you, bruh. Bruh, take care of you guys yourself, bruh. Bruh, life is beautiful, bruh. But life is also, bruh, hard. But only you can make it hard on yourself. And only you can make your life beautiful. Life is what you make it. Take care of you guys yourself, man. And, man, stay consistent, bruh. Be consistent in moving forward, bruh, and being a better person, bruh. Peace.